Hey there, this is Casey Kasem with the Top 40. I got a letter here today from a fella called Josh. Dear Casey, I just got married to my love of my life. Her name is Sam, and I would like you to play me a song called Dancing Queen by ABBA, because that's really literally the song I think about. Well, that's the song that I think about her. Sorry, folks, he's still learning how to speak English. Josh, I'll tell you what, just for you, here is Dancing Queen by ABBA for a fella named Josh who just got married. Okay, that's it.
Dancing Queen! That's pretty good, actually. I do like that. Yeah, it kind of sounded like he kind of like grew up idolizing Tony Hawk and just drank Monsters all the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anyways, yeah, no. So
Josh got married. Oh, here we go. We'll do Owen Wilson.
Okay.
Josh got married. Wow. Yeah, pretty wild. Pretty crazy. I don't think Owen Wilson does like zombie hounds.
Yeah, but it's a good impression. It's a good try. Good try.
Yeah, pretty wild. Wow. How's the love life treating you? Ka-chow.
Yeah, so it happened last Saturday. So, you know. Oh, and that is the reason why we are doing the show today, because I was fucking exhausted.
My feet hurt.
I got like 5 hours of sleep. Feet hurt. I had to clean up after. Like
your feet hurt too?
Oh yeah. Even with my shoes, it hurt. But like that's just dress shoes in general.
But there's no way.
Huh?
I don't know. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wear cowboy boots.
That's the price of beauty.
And
you said that.
I did. But no. Hey, can you open up Twitch?
Twitch? Oh yeah.
Okay. I let
Hang on.
Just whenever you get a chance. I guess. I know we're not good at this. But no, because I'm so used to wearing cowboy boots. And these shoes were just killing me. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, like, and I'm looking at the bottom of this thing. I was like, there is no difference here. And my feet were, like, killing me, man.
Yeah. It's not a good time with the dress shoes.
I love the suit, though. You don't like your suit?
The suit, I mean, it was nice. It was good. I mean, I wasn't hot, I guess. But it was also kind of cool outside.
It was a nice day. I'm with you. And you dodged rain.
Right, barely.
Yeah.
So you guys went home
around 10.
And there were still me, Ellie. I think Matt stayed pretty late, but he ended up leaving like around like 10:30, 11 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Around the same time karaoke stopped, and it was one of Sam's bridesmaids and her boyfriend, and we were just playing like games and shit. I kept drinking jungle juice like all the way up until I went to sleep type shit.
Holy shit.
And when I guess managed to get upstairs, I think some people were still here, but nobody.
How the fuck did you not fall from those stairs?
Dude, the stairs, you know, because it's winding, right?
Oh
and
my
God.
God.
But there was a railing. So I just kind of braced myself against
I'm gonna set the scene here. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I gotta set the scene here. This house was very oddly shaped. Josh got an Airbnb to do the wedding. The backyard was very nice. I liked the backyard. But inside the house, it was like an abstract art picture came into life.
Welcome to Tempe.
Yeah. And then the railway or stairway, whatever you want to call it, was in a spiral. Mm-hmm. And it had to be like 2 feet wide.
No, literally, yeah. It was like no wider than like my arm or my shoulders.
And I'm just like, and I think there were wooden floorboards, right, for each step.
So, yeah.
And all I could think of was like, if my fat ass goes up on there, my foot's coming down, I'm gonna fall like a good 10 feet down.
You know, so it looked like, you know, all rickety and stuff, but it was actually pretty sturdy. I was surprised.
Oh my God.
I had been up there one time when we were checking out the B&B originally.
There at all.
But I was surprised. It actually held my weight against the railing.
How much you weigh?
We'll move on. So, but as soon as I got up there, I basically passed out. Like I got undressed, dead asleep. But there's still people there, but nobody, nobody cleaned up. So all the leftovers, the charcuterie boards, the alcohol, everything got left out. So, thank God we didn't have any ice cream. The shit would have been a mess. But all the cupcakes went in the trash. The sausages and like all the leftovers, the garlic bread.
That oregano sausage was so fucking good.
It was good, though.
It was so good. That was like the best part of it. I was like,
oh wow, these are actually really good. Like I was thinking about, I could make the Italian sausages like from the store, but those were actually like homemade. Like you could tell, type shit.
It's easy. Just get a lot of ground beef and like.
No, it's pork. It's ground pork, and then you like do spices and sugar and
just get
intestines,
salt. And then shove the sausage meat into the intestine.
I've made sausages before. It's just a lot of work, like the intestine part.
Yeah, you're gonna stick it in the sleeve.
Yeah, but that all got rained on. The actual food leftovers got rained on, along with like candles, glasses, everything got left.
Yeah, everything was wet.
But it was still a good time. I mean,
did you have a good time at your wedding?
Yeah. It was
I
fun.
enjoyed it.
I got way too much alcohol. I still have to return it.
I think before the ceremony, it was a complete utter shit show.
It was. The fucking makeup artist, bro.
Well, yeah, the makeup artist for the gals. Mm-hmm. And then it didn't help that they're like, so all you boys get ready at noon. Mm-hmm. So we get ready at noon and we're all dressed. And then we get the news of, well, we're waiting on the gals.
Yeah.
So the gals are walking around all over the place in kimonos. We're just standing around. We're all dressed.
How do you know what a kimono is?
Huh?
How do you know what a kimono is?
I fancy the Japanese culture.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm just a box full of surprises.
Jesus.
From,
what was that word that you mispronounced?
Which one?
On Saturday? I don't know.
Chamomile.
Oh, you said it wrong again. Bro.
Is it not chamomile?
No, it's not chamomile.
It's chamomile.
Chamomile.
Chamomile?
Chamomile. So it's like meal, but mill. So
like a afternoon meal.
Close.
Chamomile.
Just don't pronounce the
mile.
A. don't pronounce that. So it's kind of like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
So that's chamomile.
Chamomile.
Mel. Good job.
Chamomile.
Say camo and then say Mel. Anyways. Yeah.
But no. And then it didn't help that, well, we didn't have nothing else to do while we waited, so we all started drinking, and then we got yelled at a couple times.
But I was fine with the alcohol. I was like, let's just go,
I thought we were fine, and then we kept yelling like we weren't doing anything. We were sitting there just drinking.
Yeah.
Like, what else was we supposed to do?
And then everyone showed up, and they weren't allowed to drink for like an hour because of that shit. So, but we got through it, We
got done. I thought the ceremony...
It definitely could have been worse, but,
It could have. But I'm glad it didn't.
It could have. It was a shit
show.
It could have rained.
Yeah,
in the middle
that would have been rough to get everybody like in a dry spot.
Yeah.
But I think once the girls got all their stuff figured out, with what happened in the end? Did they hire somebody else last minute, or did that?
No, that person came, but
just really stupidly
late. They were really fucking late.
Jesus Christ!
Like 7 hours late, type shit.
Well,
so
I thought the ceremony was beautiful. It was great.
Yeah.
The dinner was great. Everything was great from there. I did notice, though, as soon as everybody ate, like you said,
everyone fucking left.
Everybody left.
Some people didn't even eat. They just left. It was like you're here for a wedding, right? Typically, you'd stay for about 4, maybe 5 hours. Typically,
well,
if you just want to celebrate with the the bride and the groom, and then have a couple drinks and leave, 4 or 5 hours. That's fair.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we did start late.
Yeah.
But still,
that's kind of what I noticed too. That because we started late, a lot of things felt like, okay, now here's a bouquet, and all right.
Basically, the amount of time that we lost should have gone to karaoke and all the other like things that we had planned.
I thought there was going to be more people for that.
Yeah, but it was honestly just like 5 people. Yeah. I was like, well, I mean, these are the people that I kind of expected, but I kind of expected some people to watch.
Well, yeah, I was expecting more of like your family, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I did say on the invite, like, hey, house is basically off limits, stay outside. And then half the fucking people just went inside and started sitting on the couches and talking and shit. I'm like,
well, it is.
Fuck me, I guess.
Well, what it is. It is.
Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah,
do you want to get the show started here, or do you want to? Got something else?
Did you like my speech?
Yeah, you want to keep asking? Yes.
Huh?
Yes, I like the speech.
Cause, man, I really wanted to. I didn't cry. So Sam's friend cried, or cousin. Who was that?
Yeah,
it was a cousin. Everyone was like emotional after that, like Sam's mom and everybody. And I'm just like, ugh, should I start crying too?
It was a good thing that you went first, though.
Like, was that even was that emotional enough? Like,
Right.
does he know how much like this friendship means to me? like
I love you.
like, you know. I just want to. You make it sound like, oh, it's great. And I'm like, there's no way this is perfect.
Well, I mean, no speech is perfect, but like best man speech I ever had, right?
Well,
like,
okay.
It was. I mean, you did it, and that was the.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
I tried not. I don't think I cussed.
No, I don't think so.
Behaved.
There was actually like 4 or 5 kids there. I think something like that.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of kids.
Yeah. So I doubt they're even paying
It
attention.
doesn't help because I did cuss quite a bit, and there was a lady sitting inside, and then I didn't know that was your grandma until they told me it was your grandma,
And you're like,
and I'm like, oh my god, I cussed like a sailor on that lady. Well, I'm glad you liked the speech. I'm glad everything went well.
yeah.
It's done for.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to.
Cheers indeed.
Yeah.
Clank.
Yeah. Cheers.
You couldn't wait for me on the McGillicuddy though, you asshole.
Everyone was holding it up and like waiting.
Who cares? I
And they're just,
bought
like,
that
walking
shit,
around
and all
with
you
it.
little cocksucker. Not
Well,
you.
the problem-
Everybody else.
Oh yeah. Well, the problem was that like half the people didn't want to take it because they didn't know what it was, and they smelled it and like, oh, it was like toothpaste, and I'm like, it's just try it. It's smooth. You won't
Yeah.
like it's alcohol, but it's like really sugary and smooth. Like you won't care that it tastes like I guess toothpaste.
I did hear a lot of people groaning when I pulled that bottle out.
And like everyone knew what it was. Ugh.
Like I thought some people did.
Yeah.
Because I swear I heard like ugh, and I'm like, you missing out.
Yeah. I got it in the liquor
Good.
cabinet.
Oh,
over
no,
there.
no, I got
It's
that
like half
for
a
you.
bottle.
I read-
You want to get a shot?
Well, no, what I really wanted to do for that,
Yeah.
for those that don't know, it's a story. We'll probably layer it on, but it's a big milestone in our friendship.
Right.
But I thought you were gonna have like a podium.
Yeah.
And then my idea was to like either sneak it out, put it under the podium with the hopes that you wouldn't see it, and then be like, oh, and then until he said something strong, and I pulled out this bottle. And I forgot that as soon as we were going to be eating, it was going to be like, oh, time for cheers. And I'm like, oh shit. So I had to send Val to go get the bottle. And it's like, in the meantime,
Right.
let me yap for a bit longer.
Right.
So, well,
right.
no. Well, congrats to you and Sam.
Yeah.
Very happy for you guys.
Thank you, sir.
It went well. And I think that's the biggest thing that everybody wants.
It went within about 85% of what like we planned to do. So.
Are you guys happy with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or would you do a redo?
I mean, it was mainly, photo ops for like family, friends, that type of stuff. So that way everyone's dressed up, looking good, and they have those memories. And then like to obviously get to know the other people. So, that was the main point, I guess.
I didn't talk a lot to Aunt Jean. I thought I was going to talk to her a little bit more.
I barely talked. I said hi.
I said hi too.
And I got
that
busy.
was it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And then, but she also didn't eat. She didn't like. She just stayed
thinner,
inside.
too, I saw that.
Huh?
She looked thinner.
Yeah, she looked thinner, but I think it's like pasta. Maybe she didn't want it or something like
know.
that. But I guess because we didn't offer, a huge smorgasbord, different types of things to eat, then she didn't want it or something like that. I tried to. I got like chicken parmesan, the sausages.
Yeah, no.
And
there's
some
like
mac and
3
cheese.
pastas that look the same, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, is this the same?
It was the baked ziti and
didn't bother.
like the rigatoni. Like the rigatoni is just bigger ziti basically. But I guess some people don't like pasta. I don't know.
I didn't know your dad was dating a Russian woman either.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Josh, and Cisco's mic is still turned off.
I was looking for an article, but I lost it.
Oh, shit. Well, my name's Josh, and that is...
This is Cisco.
Oh, good job.
This is Carly. From my Carly.
Oh, God.
That's a running gag from here on out.
Anyways.
I'm such a mess.
What do you got with it? What do you got for us?
Well, I was looking for... I hope you can pick up where I can't find it, but...
I mean, I haven't been paying attention to
the Alec Baldwin deal.
Oh, that he pleaded not guilty?
Well, they took off prison time, I believe. We're just going to wing this, so take this with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
But from my understanding is they... God damn it. They
I can find it if you want.
Well, he was supposed to go to jail, right? He was looking at facing time. Yeah,
because he shot somebody, even though if it wasn't his fault.
So he was looking at facing time, and just put Alec Baldwin, and then just click on the news section. It should come up. Go up. Go to the news right there. So.
Oh, sued by
now
crew
he's
members.
Getting sued. So this story keeps changing all the time. So we're not even going to touch it till I guess a final thing at this point.
Yeah.
So, but it sounded like he was looking at time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's looking at, well, you can now pay a fine and you'll avoid prison.
Oh, yeah, he'll be fine then.
So, yeah. So it's a weird...
I mean...
Weird story
when you think about it, it's like... The issue ended up being...
Oh, here, I found it. Sorry.
Yeah, well, the issue ended up being that if there was a loaded gun on the set, the person that quote-unquote loaded it with like a live round obviously would be the one at fault. But he also didn't check if it was a live round, I suppose, so it's also his fault. I don't really know that much.
Well... There
was some more stuff that came out like during the investigation, and that was that like there had already been several like incidents where there was some like misfires.
Foul play.
No, not foul play, just misfires. Like, oh, we didn't know that gun was loaded. Oops, that type of shit. You know, even if it was a blank, we didn't know if it was loaded. And there was a couple incidents like that, and then that happened, and then it was kind of like the.
I just find it funny. Well, it's hard to believe if I don't know how bullets are made, but I'm assuming. Well, I got a general idea, but. In a factory is what I'm talking about. So let's say it's a conveyor belt. I don't know, folks. Let's say it's a conveyor belt. And the whole idea is you were doing blank bullets, right? Mm-hmm. How does all of a sudden one get a real bullet?
It's not
out of a blank bullet.
It's not that. So I don't know what blanks look like, but if I can guess, it would just be the powder and it would just make a flash, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point. You just want to see some smoke come out of the thing.
This makes the sound.
And there's no projectile attached to the front of it. So it should be relatively easy to find out if there's a live round in the gun, because you'd see fucking, metal at the end and you'd be like, hey, that's a bullet, That's how I guess would look at it. I mean, unless I guess I could look up a picture of what a blank looks like, but.
So he's not facing years behind bars. I guess the prosecutors dropped the firearm enhancement charge originally brought against Alec Baldwin. Excuse me. So this is a quote. In order to avoid further litigious distractions by Mr. Baldwin and his attorneys, the district attorney and the special prosecutor have removed the firearm enhancement to the involuntary manslaughter charges in the death of Helena Hutchins on the Rust film set.
So he's found guilty in that?
It sounds like they're gonna
try him.
They're gonna give him a trial, but instead of him actually murdering somebody, they're almost seeing it like it's an accident.
Right.
They're going that route of it's an accidental
I didn't
murder.
Want to kill somebody, but I did.
Yeah,
type of thing. Yeah, I got you.
So
that's what I was saying. I know the show wasn't going when that happened, but Kyle Rittenhouse. That's what I was saying. He should have gotten charged with was involuntary manslaughter, at least, but all the charges were dropped. So,
So that's that on that. This is something I guess we can kind of. Well, there's a few good ones here. I didn't read this article. Take everything with a pinch of salt today. We are not prepared, and
But are we ever?
I forgot half of these stories. So Galestone Institute senior fellow Gordon Chang.
What's a Galestone? Is this like a college?
Gatestone. So they sounded the alarm about potential conflict between the U.S. and China, telling Morning with Maria Monday that the Biden administration must reestablish deterrence against China or there will be war in Asia.
You said deterrence?
Yeah.
What kind of deterrence?
Well, here's a quote from Gordon Chang. We, the United States, have a menu of options. We can cut technical assistance agreements with China. We can reduce or sever trade. We can stop investment in the military sector. There are all sorts of things the administration can do if it had the political will. The important thing is reestablishing deterrence. That is one of the most dangerous things a country can do because China doesn't believe us right now, so we're going to have to make a threat.
Oh, you're talking about like...
Yeah, so here's another same thing, but we're going to have to carry through... I brought this up just as a talking point because we're beginning to see the ball rolling, and it's not looking good.
Okay, and we already know that Russia is in good with China.
Yeah, so we're going to have to carry through onto those threats. The Chinese are going to react. This is going to be a spiral downward. There's a momentum for war, and I actually think there will be a war in Asia unless something changes. We can stop China in Ukraine by stopping Russia, or we can end up in war in Asia. The choice is ours. So that's really it. But I think, again, take everything with a pinch of salt here, dang, folks. And always, these are just our opinions, but or what we might have heard. So I heard that Putin made a World War III claim last week.
What do you mean?
Like I don't remember the claim, but he kind of put it around the lines of, if this goes in, we will start World War III.
Oh. The threat.
Well, I'm assuming.
Okay.
So I don't know. So, I mean, what do you think? Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Do you think we're going into World War III?
So I'm on Reddit a lot, and I see like the posts for r/ask Reddit and just ask and stuff like that. They have comments, questions, concerns, that type of stuff.
Sure.
And a lot of people are like, will there be a World War III? What would happen if there was a World War III? That type of stuff. And I see people's opinions. And the fact of the matter is, and I think I already brought this up before, United States is a necessary evil. It really is. Because...
You said we're a necessary evil?
Necessary evil. Like we're not a good country at all. Like there's a lot of things wrong. Like even the citizens know that the United States is not a good country.
No.
Good as in like, not evil.
I do believe, I am with you that I feel like people will say like around Obama's time it got corrupted. I don't really think so.
No, it's been corrupted for a hot minute, dude.
But it feels like, in my personal opinion, I don't know if it's because there's a light on it now, but I feel like we've gotten to the point where we are very corrupted and we're going downhill. Yes. And I say that because obviously our politicians have not thrown punches at each other, but we see like third world, second world countries where their governments are full out going for blows in their capitals. And the way things are going sometimes, I feel like we're not that far from being a laughingstock.
Well, we already are.
Well,
but the reason why, and I think this is the reason that even Biden isn't reducing the amount of money they put into the military, is if other countries knew that we couldn't do something, then they would just do whatever they want because
Russia,
you gonna stop me, that type of thing.
Look at Russia.
Well, so Russia,
we pulled out of Afghanistan
and they took over,
and they said, okay, well this guy's weak or he's off. Let's get Ukraine.
When we give up territory, it's like we're saying whoever wants it, land grab,
And the Taliban right away took it back.
Like within like a day or something. I don't even think
it was
like a week. And they said, here, we'll give you all these disabled weapons because we can't move it in that amount of time.
We're out of here,
and we're leaving. And then they just took over. And then now women can't go to school anymore. So it's that simple, right? The reason I don't think World War III is going to start is because we already have mutually assured destruction. That's been a thing since World War II, basically. And
I think everybody's aware. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
I'll let you talk.
I'm about to finish. We already have that. We know who the world powers are, and we know what would happen if there was a war. And to be honest with you, I think a lot of people would prefer to have the United States still a country rather than Russia and China, because the Chinese are protesting almost every single day in the streets, and the government's killing them because they don't want them to be protesting. They're communists. And then Russia is almost the same thing. You have a dictator, which is Putin, who's saying let's do this and iron fist type stuff. And I mean, it's respectable when your country is already in turmoil, but if it's not, you're trying to rule with fear, you're just going to get a more depressed nation. Yeah. So a lot of people would rather just have those two countries wiped off the face of the map than the United States, because at least the United States would say, hey, this is not fair. I'll step in and help you. Russia and China won't. They're just like, hey,
I don't
this
believe
is not good for
that's
me.
True.
I do.
Outside looking in, yes. But you also got to think about it. Some of these politicians have, and even in this country as well, have people brainwashed.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, there might be a good chunk of people in those countries that assume, like, we are the ultimates, and this is...
No, that is for sure a thing in Russia. So, that is for sure a
also,
thing.
the other thing I was going to say is, I think... Are we going to World War III? Who knows? This is a ball this is a thing that keeps rotating, and it almost looks like it's almost like a ball on the floor type of deal, where someone's got a vacuum on one end and someone's got the other, and it's a ball that keeps going back and forth because it almost looks like it creeps up to we're going to go to war, and then it pulls itself back because
Are you talking about tug of war?
Well, sure, it could be a tug of war, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, my metaphor is probably not the best one, but what I'm trying to get at is I think everyone is afraid to go, everybody in general is afraid to go to World War III because I think we are more aware of how big the risks are gonna be.
Oh yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, because we're not talking no more 1800 Civil War fucking muzzle loaders, you know what I mean, on horseback.
Yeah.
We're not talking no more trenches and machine guns and, you know what I mean, World War One.
We're talking about something launched from hundreds of miles away.
One launch, done.
Yeah.
We're talking
saving lives by,
we're literally talking what happened to Hiroshima, but this time we can just do it from a press of the button from where we're at.
Exactly.
And that's
so it's super easy. And that's what I was saying, like, the United States can do that because they have the power to do it. They have, cooperation from a bunch of different countries. And they're like, hey, listen, I know this is happening Ethiopia, right? It's not happening on my home turf. It's happening in some African country.
That is true, though.
And, we know what they're doing. We know that they're collecting heads. So let's go ahead and kill them. I'm pretty sure we have your cooperation, and we'll just do it. And then we'll all be better off.
So, I don't know. We'll keep seeing where things go, but like I said, Putin made a World War III claim, and now
I feel like it's always going to be a thing, though.
It's
he's starting to lose it, right?
Well, here's the
people are saying that he's.
I didn't think he was. I thought he was just like president. Like as soon as Trump became president, I found out about Putin.
You didn't know about Putin?
I didn't know he's been president of Russia for since I don't even know how long, but I know he was
over 20 years.
He was around when George Bush was there, Jr.
Yeah,
and I don't even know if he was there by Bill Clinton's time. And It just made me think how the fuck does Russian politics work? Because here it's 4 to 8 years.
Yeah, so
president, and this guy's been there God knows how long.
Well, you got to think about what the world looked like after World War II, because Russia, became the you learned about in world history. The Iron Curtain. We were in the Soviet war basically for 30, 40 years after World War II. So around the same time, you and I were born, the what was it called? I forgot the name of it. The Cold War was like basically ending. Like it was like 1990.
Yeah, around there.
So like the millennials were born into the Cold War, the end of it.
Yeah.
And that's about the same time Putin was gaining power, and then he became, he became the leader of Russia. What is that?
So GFan 1954, our one and only Twitch guy, commentator, pretty much says we are in another Cold War. That's a good way to put it, I believe.
That's an interesting way to think about it. But the Cold War was more about espionage.
Well, it was more about competing with one another. I mean, there was always a race to the moon.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
It's not necessarily about the technology. It's more about attrition. Like, we want to see who's going to fail first and then when to strike. That's basically what
economic-wise.
But, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I would say about 60 to 70% of the American general population is not satisfied with their situation. So,
what situation is that?
Like just living, like, inflation again.
But here's the deal. So we talk about, if you look back at history. Oh wow, we took the show a whole different route today. It's kind of good. If you look back at history, we were in the Great Depression in the 1920s, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe going into 1930s.
Yeah.
And the only thing that got us out of depression was the World War.
Yes.
So, I'm not going to lie. I don't think a world war or a war in general will help at all, economic-wise.
Well, the reason it did back then is because they needed foot soldiers, and foot soldiers required ammunition.
Right.
And
That's
that
what I'm
boosted the economy.
There was a lot of supply and demand for stuff because the guys were going overseas. But now it'd be
about bomb making, and bomb making is like, you need these resources that I don't know if
Bill Gates makes it in his basement. Yeah.
Uranium or some shit, and then you need to process that stuff. So it'd be more about who can think the hardest rather than who can work the hardest. Because if you know how to make a bomb, you can kill millions of people. But if you know how to make a bullet, you can kill one person, right? So
I almost feel
it wouldn't necessarily have the same effect going into World War III. In fact, it actually might make it worse because you have more people to support here rather than back then when it was only like 90 million people in the United States.
They should bomb California
and Florida.
They're okay. Just Miami. Just the tip of Miami. The tip of Florida. Just Miami.
No. But anyways, I mean, we could talk about that all day. I'll just say that, like, if one thing was going to change, it would be getting rid of all the politicians and starting over. Like, rewriting shit.
There is talks that it looks like for this next election, we're going to maybe see a lot more younger, fresher, newer blood.
Well, it's not even about that. It's about because and that's how they keep purporting it. They keep saying, we'll give you this new, fresh person with these new ideas, but we're still funding him with his campaign.
And he's got to go with our ideas.
So his new ideas are actually ours, and we're controlling him like a puppet, but we know that we have your vote if we give you this guy. So now, Bernie Sanders is the only one that hasn't ever been, like, kind of, I guess, put up more than he's been the senator of Vermont for like decades, like since the fucking 70s, dude. He's been in there.
He's not what he says he is.
Well, I mean, no one actually is.
I'm a socialist.
But the reason that nobody's voting for him is because he was
doing book signings and he was charging fucking people, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you're just going back. It just doesn't make sense.
Now, you should look up Andrew Yang when you get a chance.
I have heard of him.
Yeah?
He was going to sue the WWE.
Was he? For what?
Yeah, he was.
Not enough tits.
No. Well, no. He was gonna go on their ass because here we go. Side story. WWE doesn't see the wrestlers as employees.
What do they see them as?
Independent.
Contractors? Okay, that's fine.
But, okay. So the way the wrestling world works for a pro wrestler, from my understanding, is if you are, let's say Josh Josh the Destroyer, right? Your name is Josh the Destroyer, right? And you're a pro wrestler. Just go along here.
All right.
And yes, you are an independent contractor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you work for, we're just going to use people we know's names. Let's say
John Cena.
let's say you work for my wrestling promotion, right?
Okay.
Cisco's Arizona Wrestling, right? Okay. Because you're an independent contractor, you hit me up or I hit you up and you come in, you wrestle the fight, you do the match. Here's your pay. Thank you for coming, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll like to have you next week or whatever.
Okay.
So then you schedule, let's say you schedule 3 weeks with me. Then let's say you decide to do a show or one match on a week that we don't need you. You'll go work it at Sam's wrestling promotion, right?
Okay.
And then she'll pay you. You see where I'm going with this? You're an independent contractor. Therefore, if you wanted to wrestle
You can just keep
all
going.
over the country
So
in every
what's the
indie
issue?
promotion, you could.
What's the issue?
So with WWE, they're independent, right? They're calling them independent contractors. But we'll take John Cena since you know him and you already mentioned it. If John Cena wanted to go to Sam's wrestling promotion, he cannot.
Because he's under contract.
Huh?
Because he's under contract.
Because he's with the WWE, but he...
Oh, he means he's an employee.
No. See, that's... Yeah.
But
He
that's
signs a contract,
Yeah.
but he's an independent contractor.
Yeah.
But he cannot go as an independent contractor to an outside wrestling promotion.
It depends on what the contract says. If the contract states you can't go to another
They
company...
can't go at all.
Huh?
They can't go at all.
What do you mean?
They treat them like employees,
Without the employee
but
benefits.
without the W-2s. They
Yeah.
have to do 1099s.
Right.
They have to pay for their own travel. They have to do like a lot of independent shit.
Contracting shit, yeah.
They have to do it, but they're under their rules, almost like if they're employees. Does that make sense?
And that is... This
So
is,
there
this
was
is where
a
it's
lot of them.
important.
So there was a lot of them that did. Sorry, I just need to throw this out.
Okay.
Here. So we're on Twitch. There was a lot of them doing Twitch videos.
Okay.
And gaming. Some of them were trying to do OnlyFans.
WWE people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they saw that as, well, we want a piece of that pie type of deal. So they said you have to confiscate it, and next time you do, if you can do it, but you're going to do it under our own branch, and we got to get it cut out of that.
Welcome to WWE
they're-
OnlyFans.
But they're independent contractors.
Right. So and that is the shitty. Okay, so I'm gonna say this because I have a lot of experience with it, and I know we got to get going with the rest of the shit, like the videos and stuff. But it depends on what the contract states. Most of the time, an independent contractor can cut ties with the company they're working with, and that's it. But sometimes the pay is so good, you don't want to do that. So John Cena could be signing up for like $5 million. I don't really know how that time is.
Yeah.
But $5 million contract as long as you stay with us for 3 years. And if he doesn't, then he only gets paid out a portion of what was promised because the contract stated you have to stay 3 years.
Yeah, or
You
they'll
stay 2
suspend
years,
him or they'll punish him in a way.
Yes, so they'll basically say because you didn't complete your contract, you're in breach, and now you have to pay us back or something like that.
There's a lot of iffy things they do.
I know, and contractors are basically like freelance, just workers, right?
Yeah.
Like I could be a contractor if I just walked across the street and said, "I can paint your house." That's what contracting is. Like this is a contract, and now you're signing in, and all the expenses are on me because that's what the contract states.
Well,
W-2s, everything's on the employer.
Yeah.
Including half the tax you have to pay to the government.
Right.
1099s have to pay all 30.
I know
35% or whatever it is.
But what I was trying to get at is with WWE, what they're trying to do is almost like, here's the money on the table, and we want it all. Like nobody is gonna take our talent, even though they're independent contractors,
right? And
we're taking every fucking penny. The other idea, if you want to look at it from the outside looking in type of thing, or the inside looking out, their thought process is their stars are too big. They are now at nationwide television type of deal.
Okay.
Why would they need to work at independent promotions that are in bingo halls and little shit like that? And at the same time, if John Cena's in a storyline with Triple H, right? And Triple H decides to do for a buddy or some Hall of Famer who has a mini indie promotion a match over there, right? And let's say John Cena and Triple H are going to WrestleMania. That's the plan. They're a month away. And Triple H gets injured by an indie guy. That fucks up their product.
Yes. And I agree.
Yeah,
but how are you going to do an OnlyFans and fuck up a product? Like
showing titties.
Right? It's like, oh no, your titties deflated. Now you have to get you new ones. I don't know.
But like, let's move on.
It ruins the image, and it's like, well, I mean, as far as I'm aware, contracts only stay in the same industry. So entertainment industry, I guess that's what you could say. So you couldn't be on a TV show and WWE at the same time. But I guess The Rock got around that because he's in like almost everything now, except for maybe commercials.
I think some people see wrestling as a gateway to movies. And as much as you want to say no, look at people like, well, Hulk Hogan made some, but he couldn't pull it off completely. But you look at people like The Rock.
He's the
like Rock started out on the Scorpion King and all this shit. Now you got John Cena.
John Cena's done a couple things, nothing enormous.
Well,
nothing enormous. Like he's been in some.
What has The Rock done that you go like, that is an Oscar-winning fucking movie?
The Rock? He wasn't in The Rock. John Cena?
No, I'm talking about The Rock. Well, The Rock hasn't done anything that's
I was talking about the movie The Rock. The one with Nicolas Cage. Anyways, we'll move on. No, The Rock's done a lot of big ones.
He's done
John
a lot.
Cena has not.
He has, but it's not like... Fuck, man. Dwayne Johnson just captured me in that moment.
Was he in Pain and Gain? I forgot.
I don't know. He's in funny movies, he's in action movies, and he fits that genre. But he hasn't done anything. Let's put it this way. He hasn't done what Robin Williams does. Does that make sense? Robin Williams was very, oh yes, ha 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 ha. Then Good Will Hunting, and it's like, fuck.
Oh, you mean like different genres?
Well, not a different genre. It's just like there's always like a breakthrough movie that you go, he's very funny, and then he did this. And this is what he'll be remembered because he won the award here. He did this. And I don't think The Rock is there. There's a lot of good ones.
The Rock, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Rock is one of them. Actually, I think he probably.
It feels like it's the same character every time. He's not
the highest paid actor in Hollywood. He's like the second. I'm gonna say that the reason he where he is because he accepts a lot of fucking roles. Like Jungle Cruise was supposed to be big. It was kind of a flop, but that was a Disney movie. He also did.
The Tooth Fairy, the Game Plan.
Yeah, and the Tooth Fairy, and like these children type movies,
San
right?
Andreas.
But then he also did,
Fast
rated R type
Furious.
shit. He did the Fast series, like Hobbs and Shaw. He's kind of like in a lot of different genres.
He's in a lot, but that's what I'm trying to get at.
He's the general actor. He's like, hey, do you want to have a movie that's gonna be at least good? Get The Rock.
You got it. I will. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, this movie's going to be at least a 6.5.
Finally, another movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's change the story here.
Yeah, we got like 15
Changing
minutes
gears. Did you hear what they're doing to the Roald Dahl books?
Who?
The Roald Dahl books.
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
So,
spell
Roald Dahl. ROALD.
Rolled. Okay.
DAHL books.
Dahl. Yeah, I never heard of it.
Yes, you have.
I have. Okay.
You have heard about these books. Because this is British author Roald Dahl, and he did books like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Okay.
So what they're doing is these books are now being edited to remove words that could be deemed offensive to some readers, according to a late writers company.
Is it the F word?
Nope. The character. So here's for an example. I guess Puffin, Puffin's the publisher of these books. So they're the ones that are going to change it up. But okay, so like the character Augustus Gloop in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
He's not going to be fat anymore, is he?
No. Instead, he's described as enormous. Instead of being called small men, Oompa Loompas are now small people.
Jesus Christ.
Further, so this, let's see here. I'm trying to find another example. So
that's the point.
What is the point?
That's the point of the story. Like how you got to get people. That's a very general term. It's literally the most general term you can get for describing a human. But you say a small person, now you know that he's not an average sized person. Oh my God.
You're detailed.
Right, exactly.
You're describing
like you don't have to be vulgar with it, but if you're saying that Augustus Gloop is a hefty, boy, then
I
large.
just feel like
maybe not enormous is a great word, but large, big,
fat,
obese.
I just don't. I just don't feel there's a need for something like this. Oh, G-Fan 1950%. I can't believe they are doing this. Yeah, well, they are.
It's ridiculous.
It to me. How do I rate this? How do I say this? It's like a book is art, is it not? It's literature.
Yes.
It's scriptures, right? So therefore, you want it in its original form, the best you can, do you not?
Yes.
But why would you change it to a different era's time to adjust to what is? Well, I've said it. It's a small group of people that the media seems to blow up more than what it is. But does that make sense? Like, you don't go to the Statue of Liberty and say, well, I don't want her holding this fucking flame thing no more. Let's put a fucking cotton candy king here.
Well,
does that make sense?
I wouldn't say that. I would say maybe, like, I don't like the fact that she's
wearing a crown.
Wearing a dress.
I don't know. See what I mean, though? There's just no need. There's just no need for it. That's what I'm trying to get at. There's no need. It's of that time. It's of that era. So I don't see the word shit in a child's book. If it's cuss like fuck and little Augustus was a fat cunt who kept eating chocolate all the time.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Hog, little fuck face.
Like changing it from rated R to T for teen, like PG-13 or something like that.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, that's a big step. I get that, but like a description that doesn't affect or offend is just a description.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, they're not even calling the Oompa Loompas midgets, for fuck's sakes. And
if they're calling midgets, I get that, because like some people,
oh my God, but here we are.
It's a small person.
Here, a comedian said it best. You can't say the N-word because it is offensive, right?
Yeah.
But we can say midget. We can say the word. We're not saying the M word.
Yeah. Can't say midget.
Or the offensive little M word.
I mean, then there's the F word, faggot. There's the N word. I mean, it has to do with the connotation. Midgets, in my opinion. I mean, even some midgets call themselves midgets.
Well, I'm trying to guess. We're not hiding it. So how offensive can it really be?
I mean, it's not offensive to everybody just yet. There are some people, like the people that are talking about, like, oh, you dressing up as a different ethnic group for Halloween is offensive. Wearing an Indian headdress.
Have you seen those videos real quick?
What?
There would be a white guy and he dresses up like a stereotypical Asian, like a stereotypical Mexican, right?
Yeah.
and and he goes into the colleges because I guess this is where woke gets harvested. It's where the woke get.
It's where they're planted and grown.
Yeah, that's where they're grown. That's where they're grown, and then they get harvested, and then they get spread it out,
and then
yep. I was like fucking daffodils or something. But he goes to a college, and they're like, "Do you like my attire?" And he'd be like, "No, dude, that's not offensive. Are you even like Mexican? Or oh, you're offending that culture." And then same guy with the same sombrero and the serape and the mustache will go into a Mexican neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. And then he'll be like, "Do you find this offensive?" And he'd be like, No, I like it. I like the sombrero. You look good.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Asian people. You go to the Asian people, I'm like, oh no, thank you. And it comes down to it's like
what about kimonos? Right?
Yeah.
Like that's worn by like almost every culture at this point. But that's a Japanese thing. And you're not Asian. Like black people wear it, white people wear it.
It's like I said, it's a small group of people that have been told that
have big voices.
Offensive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if you go to an African tribe and you dress up like them, hey, they welcome you, they appreciate, because you're accepting their culture and you're willing to learn their lifestyle, their way of life. And I think I don't see nothing wrong with it. He's not you're not mocking it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and
you may dress like it and whatnot, but you're not mocking it.
And I think it started with blackface. I think it did. And the reason why is because back when blackface was like a thing, like in the movies especially, people were like, oh, wow, look at these white people pretending to be black people, you know? And Hollywood has kind of worked its way out of it. There are some things that you know, Hollywood still does, like Asian movies that portray a white person as an Asian person. And you go, this person's supposed to be Asian? Like, they're speaking the language, but they're, like, obviously not Asian. It's like, what's the line between, like, being offensive and just appreciating the culture, right?
I feel like,
oh, this white guy was accepted in his Indian tribe as, like, Indian as in, like, Native American.
Yeah, anyway, man.
And, you know, and he's dressing up like them, and he's a white guy. This is in, like, several movies, like,
I just
bunch. But that's not offensive because they accepted him and he can dress up like him. But like, if you're not accepted, you can't dress up like it. I mean, at some point, you just gotta
have to... You can dress up like whatever the fuck you want. It's a free country.
Yeah, I mean, like...
If you want to be a fucking banana and say you're...
Transvestites have been doing that for literally centuries. Literally centuries.
It's just...
Shakespeare dressed up like a woman.
All the fucking guys dressed up like women in those times.
Guys wore heels and dresses.
It's just
Scottish still wear kilts.
It just doesn't make sense. Like,
at some point,
it's college kids
there's gonna be a wall that gets hit where people just like, I don't give a fuck anymore.
How many times have you seen videos of college kids get stumped with reality because they're in this world, and then when they get stumped, they walk away or they don't want to answer no more. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm sorry, did reality just fucking hit you? Here you are at 23 and reality just hit you?
It's like, I learned, I'm not going to do it.
My professor that I fucked under the desk in my class.
I got an A in humanities class. Yeah. And humanities taught me to be kind to people and how to help people with like things. And it's like, great, good for you. Welcome to the real world where if you don't pay your rent, you're homeless and you're going to die in the streets or get addicted to drugs. Have fun with your humanities degree.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know exactly what you're
saying. It's like, you know.
But I'm helping a cause.
Reality's totally different.
Anyways, get out of your college town.
Let's go ahead and get to these videos here.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that was that. Hold on. Where are we at with time?
We got like 8 minutes left.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Well, we can always stretch out. I'll tell you what. I'll save this one because this happened this week. But I have some news.
Oh, some new news.
Ready? Here we go. Give me a sec.
I saw the whites of his eye. He lifted up. His arms like he's praying to God, and the whites of his eyes rolled back. Exorcism's happening.
Me and Cletus got in the Jeep, and we went out to the swamps looking for gators. 'Cause we wanted to Eiffel Tower Gator. That's right, this is Florida news.
That was actually pretty good.
Thanks.
I was like, where is this going? And then you're like, wait, is this a story? No, you're fucking with me. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
A Jupiter, Florida man was arrested for throwing a live... for throwing a live alligator into a Wendy's restaurant drive-thru. So Joshua James, 23, was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, illegally killing, possessing, or capturing an alligator, and second-degree larceny petite theft, according to the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office.
Petty theft.
Pettied?
Should be petty theft.
P-E-T-I-T.
Petite?
That's what I got. Petite.
That must be spelled wrong. It's supposed to be petty theft, but no. I get it. Yeah, go ahead.
He has not been released on bail as of Monday afternoon. reports that the incident occurred in October, but James has only been arrested recently by U.S. Marshals.
See, this will show to Goya. People will just find anything to use as a weapon.
Yeah, well,
literally. Take away the guns, you got knives. Take away the knives, you got fucking alligators. Apparently, like.
Officials with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission told WPTV that James pulled up for his order, and after a server handed a drink and turned around, James tossed the 3.5-foot dead gator into the drive-through window. and that is that.
My God, that was Florida news.
Florida news. Hopping in my Jeep and going back home with my cousin. From fucking this
Eiffel
gator.
Tower.
All right, time for videos. Let's
Video
go.
time. Oh yeah, we're missing that this whole time.
All right.
Oh.
So this is a man here,
Still cuts
and
off.
he's outside. And he looks like he's scraping off the snow from his windshield,
I should probably refresh this, huh?
and just a little bit. All right. So he's got his windshield wipers up. He's got a little scraper there.
Looks like he's looking up at something.
He's looking up at something, and he goes, "Oh shit!" and he runs away. And this.
What the fuck?
I have no idea what this is, but it's this concrete pad or a block of ice or
What was
something
that?
just comes right down on his fucking vehicle and just destroys his vehicle.
Way to start your day. What was that? Thank God the alarm went off.
Oh man! Take out the windshield wipers. Okay.
Avengers, we saved the city. I love reading these comments, bro.
Oh,
this is like Reddit. Like it's like Instagram's getting to where Reddit kind of is for comments. It's funny.
Go up where it says, "So what the f was that?" And look at those replies.
what
I
the
want to
fuck
see if
was it?
somebody knows.
I just laughed. He needs to go to church.
So nobody knows.
Couch would just bounce off. So it's not.
No, that thing is heavy. Can we play one more
I mean,
time?
that looked like some type of like ceiling, like tile or something.
It looks like a concrete square
A balcony. This happens in Russia often.
because of how old this
Oh,
is.
it was a balcony that fell off? The whole balcony just fell off.
Oh my god, it is a balcony.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
That's funny. I like
that
one,
car
though.
is gone.
Yeah.
So here, see, this is a soccer game or
Soccer
a
game
football
thing.
game, like the Europeans like to say.
Football.
And this guy, obviously, he's not part of the game, and he's running up to these soccer players, I believe. You can go ahead. With a stick.
With the stick.
And boom! Hits the.
Oh my God.
He just starts. I think
What the
that's a goalie, but he comes up with this random stick.
Why?
How big? That's got to be like 4 feet right
That
there.
shit looked like it would hurt. Like that's bashing someone's
just
skull.
right-
He's,
the guy's
he's
doing-
probably in jail.
The guy's doing like a whole interview, and this guy comes right behind him
Oh my God.
and just. God,
Right. Oh, that was perfect time.
that's
Look at
good right there. He went full
Whack.
swing on that shit.
Like he put his back into it,
Holy cow!
and it like.
And then they run away when they should have stopped them.
I guess you shouldn't piss off your fans.
I guess
there,
not.
Football player.
So this is from a truck cam, I believe.
Okay. So trucker
And
driving
they're going
on
under
the
bridge.
right hand side
And
of the road.
then
This is on the freeway.
here comes a wrong way driver.
Holy shit! Whoa! What happened? What happened?
And that wrong way driver.
Oh, it was a wrong way
And they're
driver.
all dead.
I want to see that again.
Yeah, this is where your pausing can come in pretty good.
That's what happens when you drive
So-
wrong. Oh yeah.
so
I see
here
it.
comes the
I
wrong
see
way
it.
driver.
Yeah, it's like a Jeep or something like right there.
And he's coming on the HOV lane. He's already hit a car.
oh, this is a Nissan.
Nissan
something.
Altima or something.
No, it's not. It's an
Frontier.
SUV.
No, it's a Titan.
Huh?
It's a Nissan Titan.
Yeah.
So he already hit a car. That car has ricocheted over to
It's over
what would
there.
be our right.
This guy is gonna hit him.
And now a guy has hit it on.
He's just lucky he didn't make it to this truck.
Well, I think he got him.
No, this truck, he broadsided him. This truck would have killed him.
Well,
He would have been vaporized by how fast this fucking
and then that
truck
trucker
was
would
going.
get blamed.
Oh, Out West, El Expresso. I used to support that company.
Good for you.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
still destroyed the semi. Like that thing is gone.
But like you know how like when you exploded that horse, it would have been the same.
My God.
It would have been the same for this when this big if that Nissan had hit this big rig. Like This would be fine for the most part, but that car would have gone.
That wasn't
guts everywhere. All right, so we got a basketball.
So
game
here's a
with, like,
kid's basketball game, right? Because nothing says I support my kid so much that I'm going to watch him play shitty basketball.
They're playing basketball.
And one kid grabs it.
Right in his nuts.
Go! And his dad tells him to keep going after he hit the kid in the nuts.
He said foul.
So there's a tall kid and he's blocking him, and then he said "fuck you," and he throws it right in his nutsack.
You know, it kind of looks like he tried to trip him though.
And then the dad goes,
"Did you see that?"
Yeah, and then the dad goes, "Keep playing, go."
I'll point it out here in a second. It kind of looked like he was trying to trip him. Watch this. Right here. See his foot?
Well, the
it
kid's
like he's
tall though. I think he's just blocking him. Is he not? He's just blocking him.
He was trying to, but.
And this guy was just not about it.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Here, this is
we got all kinds of sports today.
Tennis game. Yeah, they seem to be the good ones this week.
So they're playing tennis.
What is this? Pickleball? Oh, that's right.
He went
this is
right
pickleball,
through the glass.
and he slams his back onto the glass barrier and goes right through it.
That's obviously safety glass, or not safety glass, tempered glass. So it probably wouldn't have cut him, but like, damn.
Did he lose a point?
It's like, well, by the rules. I wonder if they stopped the game after that. I probably would have. Where do we see this? See real. Let me see. What is it?
Oh, so this is it's those drifting videos. I don't know where the hell they are.
It's one of those. Okay.
And they want to.
Looks like he's pouring fire on there.
Yeah, let's put some flammable liquid on there. It's already on fire. And he slips, gets hit by the vehicle, and now he's on fire.
Let me run into the crowd with people with a bunch of flammable liquid on.
Well, I think he thought they were going to save him.
What an idiot.
Don't play with fire, kids.
Watch me do a cool TikTok. He just gets smacked by the car, and he's going rolling through the fire.
Your going to look so cool with these flames behind.
Freaking idiot. Oh, I've already seen this one. This one's old.
Is it?
Yeah,
well,
fucking just gets smacked off.
Play it. These are two kids, and they're in some kind of foam thing.
She just she smacks her sister off the side, so she wins.
And she smacks her sister,
you know what?
And there's a little baby. And she killed her little brother.
Yep, right off the side.
So this
he just wanted to have fun with his
Barda.
Anyways.
So this is a parachuter.
Paraglider?
Parachuter. Yeah, paraglider, you're right.
Okay. And
he's coming down.
Looks like he's over a body of water or something like that.
And oh!
Damn.
He fucked up his landing.
You know what? Did his legs take all of that?
I don't know.
Well, he's definitely a para something now.
Oh my god.
Paraplegic.
Para-hieroglyphic.
Oh man. Okay.
So yeah, that was something. So this is
So we got a motorcycle.
You got a car, and the next vehicle, you got a guy. He's in a motorcycle, and he's got his gal.
Yeah, at the back with the little seats, all cute.
He's got a leather female bag in the back seat, riding along.
Cute.
He's got one of them mamas.
Something about a car, and
they're arguing.
He ran him over.
And they pissed off a guy in a car, and he runs right over the motorcycle.
Pontiac.
And drives.
What did he say?
I don't know.
So, he said, "Get out of the car." I guess they wanted to fight. And the guy said, "Nah, just run you over instead.
I'm gonna run you over."
Seems a lot easier.
To the point where literally two
Is
wheels.
That Florida? That's a Florida license plate.
It is a Florida license.
That's a Florida license. That's fucking hilarious.
They're dead.
That's great.
Just kidding. They're not dead. This is some Wild World shit right here. This is a mantis, and it's on a bird feeder. Well, a hummingbird. And a hummingbird comes, and the mantis grabs the fucking hummingbird, does not let go, and kills it.
Wow,
that's so cool.
That's so cool. Yeah, let's watch a praying mantis feast on a bird. That's scary as shit.
That is impressive.
If I was walking through the forest and saw that, I'd just turn around and leave. Like I'd be like, nah, this is like the hood.
Damn, nature, you scary. Okay.
All right, looks like we got a cougar.
We got
here.
another wild video here, Wild America or something.
Okay. Looks like
It's a fox. It's a fox, and he has a rabbit in his mouth, and then a fucking eagle comes out of nowhere and takes the fucking fox.
That's a bald eagle. So
That is a circle.
Fox got a rabbit, and then the fox got grabbed in the face by the eagle.
Talk about my god!
It's gone.
Just picks it up like a rag doll.
Look at where its talons are. Look at this. Look at the fox's
It's gonna
face.
scalp that fox.
Look. You see his mouth is open.
Yeah.
He got
gone by
in
the
his
head.
like skull. Like his talons are probably in his eye sockets. To be honest with you.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that looks painful. He's blinded probably.
It's dead.
Yeah, that thing. I mean, he's gonna die eventually. Oh, we already saw this one.
Oh, this is from a hockey game, and this
Yeah, we
is
already saw this one.
a guy in a mullet. Huh?
Didn't we already see this?
No, we've seen something like it, I think. And he's being tough with an old guy, older gentleman. The older gentleman doesn't move.
He looks like he's been going to hockey for about 10 years at least. Got a beer belly and all that.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
And
the other guy
this little punk ass 19-year-old kid or something like that is talking shit to him, and he's looking down at him.
with his shitty mullet.
And what is his team like? I don't know, hockey.
Dallas Stars.
Sure.
It says right there, a Dallas Star.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, it's right there. A Dallas Star fan was feeling
his
himself
Joe
with
Dirt
his
mullet.
Joe Dirt mullet hockey jersey and likely an ever-increasing amount of booze in his system. Now, the Stars handily beat their opponents, the Minnesota Wild, 4-1. And apparently, Mr. Mullet Man wanted to rub it in. By the time the camera was up and rolling, he was inviting a Minnesota Wild fan to step down to... Can you scroll down a bit?
Oh, yeah. Wow, this is like a whole.
Oh, wow,
whole
this is a whole story.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
No,
wow,
we're not
holy
doing
cow.
that. We're not doing that.
Well, let's just watch it.
Anyway, clocks him.
And he clocks the
He
Mullet
gets
Man.
He gets some Sonic rings.
A mushroom from Super Mario.
A one-up from Super Mario. Guy falls
then he
over.
tries
He
to be
tries to
tough.
fight back, but he doesn't realize that he has that he does not have the high ground, Anakin. So don't take it. don't try it. Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Oh my god.
You underestimate my power.
Don't
And
do
then
it, Anakin.
gets punched again because he sucks.
And now his wife or
And then his
something, girlfriend, is
or
trying to join in.
Oh, he tries to jump and he gets the shit beat out of him.
That girl is stupid because if I had that little cocksucker in my hand and she did that, I would have punched her.
He just touched his hair. He's like, little boy, calm down.
Of course, he's got to play the victim after being fucking Billy Badass.
This is one of those kids.
That's a woke bitch.
This is one of those kids that wanted to go to college, and then flunked out probably. He looks young as shit and just doesn't know like when to shut the fuck up. That's what it looks like.
Well, he's got a mullet, so he thinks he's hot shit with the country gals. Because girls don't have taste.
So it looks like we have one video left.
Oh! We're down to the last one, and this is a trailer. And this is Bert Kreischer
Who the fuck
and
is
Mark Hamill. You'll see.
Mark Hamill.
And
7 years.
And yeah, play the whole
The
trailer.
Machine.
The Machine.
One incredible story blew up the internet.
When I was 22, I got involved in the Russian mafia. I was a frat boy in a class.
Oh, I remember this.
He's here for your protection. He's very dangerous.
They made a movie out of this.
Yeah, so they're
have you ever
coming-
seen the skit?
Yeah, I have. So
Oh,
they're
not the
coming
skit,
out.
the story. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, they're coming out with a movie. So after so many years, they decided, let's fuck it. Let's
Yeah.
do whatever his name is.
Yeah, okay.
Bert Kreischer's Russian story into a movie.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll know who it is.
On, dude.
Well, I know who it is, but like,
I did not speak Russian.
Yeah, machine.
All I knew how to say was, it was literally the best summer of my life.
We're robbing this guy?
This is Russia!
23 years after those events, the story continues.
What is wrong with this shirt?
bruh. Oh, so I guess.
Not today, brother. Not today. My dad showed up.
You paid money to see my son tell his made-up story
Yeah,
about
that's my
robbing a
family.
train in
I've
Russia?
said it for the millionth time. It's a true story.
It took about 2 seconds before he started making me mental. Look at him. Oh, fair.
He's a monster.
Hey, Pooh
I
Bear.
heard a machine.
Ma'am, the party's outside.
23 years ago, you stole the only thing my father ever cared about.
Sorry.
If this is some sort of TikTok prank, I'm about to lose my shit.
It's definitely a prank. Clearly that's a fake gun. Or not.
You're coming with me back to Russia.
Russia!
Interesting. So this is like a fake sequel.
So why are you talking about fast like you're on speed or something? Because I'm on speed. Oh, more drugs.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never seen Mark Hamill in anything besides Star Wars for movies. Ever.
Well, and the Joker, right?
I've never seen the Joker.
Well, no. He
The animated.
did the voice.
I've never seen any of those episodes.
Oh, really?
I've never seen or heard of him outside of Star Wars and interviews and shit like that. So this is interesting to me. I
feel like I'm kind of happy they're using him because I think he's a great talent.
Now, you gotta party with me. He's the machine.
So I'm gonna be honest with you. This is like a B movie. Something that you just like kind of watch in the background.
Oh my god, I'm going to freaking hell! I killed a man.
Well, technically you killed several men.
So I mean, like, I'm not gonna pay money to see it. I won't. But when it's free, sure. It looks like something. It's kind of like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be like a goofy, funny.
Speaking of which, Cocaine Bear came out last Friday.
Yeah, I also heard they're not gonna do one with. They're gonna do another movie later down the line of a shark who ate cocaine. Something about like meth and a shark or a gator. They're coming up more with
Cocaine shark.
Induced animals.
This summer, see the
A cheetah in the African savannas tries shrooms for the first time.
Shark meth
Junkie.
desert store haboob.
An eagle eats a crack pipe, and there's still debris in there.
They could make a movie called Haboob and then just throw like a killer fucking eagle or something like that in there, and that way they can't see like where the eagle is, and it just
This summer,
that's a great one. Let's get it. Let's make a movie.
This summer, a meth-addicted scientist in Antarctica decided to take his meth out to the Antarctic. Little did he know, a blue-footed booby ate its fucking meth.
What's a booby?
You never seen those?
No. I was gonna say polar bear.
It's almost. Look it up. I guess you can say it's a seagull.
Sequel to the Cocaine Bear, Polar Bear Express.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know, but I kind of like it. I think it doesn't go well, but you made it work.
yeah.
You never seen a blue-footed booby? No,
I've
it's
seen
not.
a booby.
It's not
I've seen blue feet.
No, look up blue-footed booby. There it is. It's literally a bird. I couldn't believe it was actually called that. It's almost like a seagull looking.
It's like
thing.
a duck. Is that a duck?
No, because a duck is flat.
This thing looks like it should be extinct.
Like a dodo bird.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it looks like. It looks like a dodo bird.
You know they keep talking about they want to bring back the dodo bird.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't understand saving species that are going to go extinct. Like,
Well,
it's kind of like humans. Like, if humans were about to go extinct, I'd be like, all right.
Well,
not like we did much anyways. We barely got past our own atmosphere.
I'm a little curious because I'm not gonna lie. Like talking on the bringing back extinct animal thing, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
They brought back the Tasmanian devil from
they
near
did not.
extinction.
No, they didn't.
Yes, I did.
The Tasmanian devil.
Tasmanian devil, yeah.
Was it really going in
Oh
extinction?
yeah, it was close. Have you seen one? Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, they look like little cute teddy bear things.
Nah.
Yeah, they do. Look it up.
Look, okay.
I'm pretty sure they are. Cartoon.
Let's see. Tasmanian devils from Aussie Ark have been released in a disease-free fenced area in
Of course.
Tasmania.
Look up a picture.
So it's the wild of the mainland. Yeah. So this is like maybe earlier. How many are left?
Oh my god.
25,000.
Why? What's killing them off?
I mean, they're going extinct.
Well, how? What is the cause? Is it people?
It's endangered. But they look like like.
They don't. They look like little bears.
I think we mentioned it the other
Like, that
last
one looks
episode.
cute.
What those big like rat things with like the big noses?
Capybaras.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a capybara mixed with like a rat. That's what they kind of look like.
No, go to images. That looks like a cute little teddy bear.
That's what they all say. And then
Till it opens its mouth.
and then it starts spinning around like a tornado, and
Where's
it
the one where they
bites your face off.
Where's the one where they open? Yeah, there's a mouth that opens.
See, that's a rat. That's literally a rat.
How big is this thing?
Well, if it's in this guy's hand, this is probably like a baby.
That's
or
a
something.
baby. But how big do they get?
I mean, I'm gonna assume like a foot long. Maybe.
Oh, there's a good description.
Oh, maybe it's a possum. It kind of looks like a possum.
Well, it's a marsupial. So it's under the kangaroo and possum family. So it might as well be an Australian possum.
Oh, there's one. This one's kind of large. It's kind of like the size of like a
foot and a half.
Like a medium-sized dog.
Yeah.
Or something. Why do they all have their mouths open like they're screaming?
Well, they're probably they're probably caught in the wild. Those are probably wild pictures.
Ooh, that's gross.
I thought you were talking about, go a little bit up. I thought you were talking about that thylacine thing. They keep talking about
bringing a Tasmanian tiger. Yeah.
They keep talking about bringing those back.
Oh no, but these are endangered now. They were going extinct at a rapid pace. I'm not sure why.
Have you ever seen an okapi?
No.
Look it up.
Is this like a fucking zoo encyclopedia?
Yeah, why not?
Today?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Okapi.
Copy. I don't know if I spelled it right. Oh, it's like a zebra gazelle.
No, yeah. Look up pictures.
This is pictures. It looks like a zebra gazelle.
It looks like a zebra, right?
Or like a it looks like a hyena fucked a zebra.
You ready for what I'm going to tell you?
What?
That's related to a giraffe.
I don't doubt it. I mean, it looks kind of. I mean, look at the neck. Look at the legs.
The tongue is where they get the comparison.
Interesting.
It's a closely related.
Is it purple?
It's a closely,
Is it purple? Their tongue?
Yeah, it's a closely related to the giraffe. It's a cousin from the giraffe.
Interesting.
I saw these at the San Diego Zoo when I was a kid, and I was mesmerized. They're one of my favorite animals.
Oh my god! It's like, is it a brown horse or is it a zebra?
Because look at it. It's a cool looking fucking animal.
Would you look at it? Would you just look at it?
Would you just look at it, sir?
Anyways,
look up Pleistocene Park.
Oh, please.
From GFAN 1954. What is Pleistocene?
Let me do that.
Let's see what it is.
I don't know what that is. Let's go ahead and look up.
Let's look it up.
Since our only loyal fan is still here,
might as well.
We will look that up. Pleistocene Park.
Where's this at?
Is a nature reserve on the Kolyma River, south of the Chersky in the
Sakha Republic, Russia.
Oh, it's a northeastern Siberian.
Is Siberia not in Russia?
It's kind of the same thing. Oh. It's kind of the same thing. But northeastern, that's cold. That is cold.
Look up images.
So I guess they have really furry cows there.
Jesus Christ.
Mammoths. Camels.
Is that the park right there? With
it looks like it. Horses? It's probably some type of like reservation.
Oh my god. That's cool as fuck.
Those I think are wildebeests. Oh,
why would there be wildebeest? Why would there be wildebeest in Russia?
I don't fucking know.
Look how beautiful.
Asian land bridge. The Russian land bridge. Wow, look at this one.
That's an old man that looks...
Yeah, that's wild.
Almost looks like Christopher Walken with a beard.
Yeah, interesting. That's cool.
Park.
So I guess this is where like a lot of the furry...
Ice Age,
Ice Age type people were...
Let's go back to Twitch. Is that what he wanted to look? We're going off of Google Images.
Yeah, it's being made. They're trying to bring back Pleistocene megafauna.
Oh,
no. Jurassic Park!
It's gonna happen! It's happening!
Well, they can't call it how do you fucking say Pleistocene Park?
Why don't they just call it Ice Age Park?
Yo,
would it not be easier?
It's Universal Studios that has
Ice Age
DreamWorks, right? So it's probably Universal Studios.
I think it's Universal.
So yeah, that would be interesting if they sponsor it and it's like, go see your favorite characters.
Me, Ray
we
Romano.
have Sid there, the sloth.
Yeah,
the sloth still exists.
I know.
So
they have Ray Romano there. Hey, I played Manny. And I'm here to relive the mammoths.
We gotta get going here. It's already like
all right. Well,
minutes.
Let's wrap this up.
Okay.
Thank you again to GFAN 1954, our only Twitch commentator. Right? Is that how you would say that? Commentator?
Watch fan?
Comment fan? Whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks again, GFan1954. At least you're on time to these shows. Unlike how the other people.
All right, that's going to be the show.
Well, thanks again, guys.
Tune in next week as we explore.
Hey, this bothers me. Are we really on episode 43?
No, it's 44. I have to change.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought we
I got to
did
think of a new
43
thing
last
to put
week.
here because this automatically fills it.
Oh,
so I'll just change it later.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, do you have words of wisdoms? Well, at this point, it's just become shitty jokes.
Sure, I do.
Okay.
How do you make your foot feel better?
How?
You got to heal it.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for coming,
Good night, everybody.